Love, such a peculiar, paradoxical force. It builds, it binds, it devastates, and it resurrects. And yet, for some, love is not a sanctuary but a battlefield, where survival instincts clash with the yearning for connection. My friends, today we venture into the heart of one of love's greatest enigmas, the avoidant partner. Yes, those elusive creatures who withdraw into solitude while craving what they fear most, intimacy. Sit with me, and let us unravel the secrets they keep even from themselves. By the end of this journey, you may just hold the key to unlocking the fortress of an avoidant heart. To understand the avoidant partner, we must first peer into their past, that formative crucible where survival instincts are forged. Imagine, if you will, a child left adrift in a sea of unmet needs. Perhaps their cries for comfort went unanswered, or they were handed love laced with conditions, approval in exchange for obedience, affection tethered to achievement. Or perhaps they were smothered by a caregiver's overwhelming needs, forced to become the caretaker rather than the cared for. Whatever the cause, the result is a mind wired for self-reliance, a heart armored against vulnerability. Picture it. A Viking raiding party descends upon a village. The survivors are taken to foreign lands, where trust is not a currency they can afford. They learn to navigate a world where self-sufficiency is survival, and emotions are dangerous luxuries. This, dear listener, is the inner world of the avoidant. But this is not merely a tale of upbringing. It is a story written in the language of brain chemistry. The avoidant brain, you see, is flooded with cortisol, the stress hormone. Their childhood was a battlefield, and their nervous system remains on high alert. And here lies the tragedy. The very chemicals that create bonds, oxytocin, serotonin, vasopressin, are muted or misdirected in their system. Instead, they turn to dopamine, that fleeting spark of pleasure. Binge-watching, late-night snacks, a scroll through social media. These are their moments of respite, their way of keeping the fires of stress at bay. But these are solitary pursuits, you see. Dopamine doesn't build bridges. It merely lights a firework in the dark. And now we come to you, the partner who loves them. You bring your offerings of care, your gestures of warmth, only to find them met with confusion or even suspicion. Why, they wonder, are you doing this? What do you want in return? You, who see love as an open hand, find yourself facing a closed fist, not of hostility, but of fear. It is not that they do not love. It is that they do not know how to receive love. Imagine offering a glass of water to someone who has never tasted it. They might look at it with curiosity, even gratitude, but they cannot understand its value until they have experienced thirst. So how do we reach them? Not with fluffy words or grand romantic gestures. No, to them. Those are the language of a world they do not inhabit. Instead, we must speak their language, the language of practicality, of partnership. Imagine this. You are in a Viking encampment. You approach not with songs of love, but with a plan. Together we can fortify this camp. I will watch your back, and you will watch mine. Together, we will survive. Suddenly, you are not a threat, but an ally. In modern terms, this means addressing their need for control and risk management. I've noticed this problem. Here's how we could solve it. What do you think? Or even, I want to improve this about myself. Can you help me figure it out? Such words are not merely practical. They are revolutionary. They show that you are not asking them to be vulnerable for vulnerability's sake. You are inviting them into a partnership where risks are managed, not magnified. Now, let us delve into the marvels of vasopressin, the unsung hero of bonding. Unlike oxytocin, which whispers of love and safety, vasopressin shouts of loyalty and problem-solving. It is activated when we face challenges together, when we solve problems side by side. For the avoidant, this is the doorway to connection. Picture this. You and your partner are planning a project, fixing something around the house, managing a financial goal, even tackling a relationship issue. As you work together, their brain begins to associate you with competence, with safety, with strength, and slowly, their defenses begin to lower. The fortress has a door, after all. Now let us not be naive. This process is slow, and the avoidance journey is theirs to walk. But as they begin to feel safe, as they begin to understand that your love is not a demand but an offering, something miraculous happens. Their brain, once closed to oxytocin, begins to crave it. They may not have the words for it. Oh no, they rarely do. But you will see it in their actions. They will linger a little longer in your embrace. They will share a thought, a feeling, a moment of vulnerability. And this, dear friends, is the alchemy of love. From the cold iron of survival, you have forged the gold of connection. But let us turn the lens inward, for you are not merely a savior in this tale. You are a partner with needs of your own. It is crucial to set boundaries, to ensure that in helping them heal, you do not neglect your own well-being. Speak clearly about your needs. Make them measurable. I need this from you. Can we agree on that? And remember, this is a dance, not a chase. If they take a step forward, meet them halfway. If they retreat, give them space but not abandonment. And always, always remember your worth. Their struggles do not diminish your value. Their distance does not erase your love. And so we come full circle to the great paradox of the avoidant partner. They are the wounded healer, the solitary wanderer who dreams of companionship but fears its cost. And you, if you choose to walk this path with them, are both their guide and their companion. But let us not end on a note of burden, for there is beauty here, my friends, a beauty in the patience you show, the understanding you offer, and the moments of connection you create. And there is hope too, for as much as their journey is one of healing, so too is yours. You see, in loving an avoidant, you learn the art of resilience, the strength of setting boundaries, and the courage of opening your heart even when it fears rejection. And perhaps, just perhaps, you will find that the fortress was never as impenetrable as it seemed. So to those of you watching, pondering, wondering, take this knowledge not as a prescription, but as a possibility. The avoidant partner is not a puzzle to be solved, but a soul to be understood. And in that understanding, perhaps you will find not only their humanity, but your own. Now go with courage and compassion into the great adventure of love. And should you stumble, as we all do, remember this: love is not the absence of fear, it is the triumph over it.